How's it going, guys? It Cat Squirrels. My name is Neil and welcome back to Clash of Clans. Today we're moving on to CWL for March. You may have noticed that I wasn't really posting for the end of February. Unfortunately, I had to kind of take a pause on the clan war attacks because of some personal life stuff, but everything is okay, so you guys don't have to worry. And even though I wasn't doing the normal clan war attacks, I did want to come back for CWL. So we're here right now, and a lot of stuff has changed. At this point, you guys have already seen all the new stuff, but I'm just going to go through it again. We got the new, I almost called it battle pass system, but the new pass system is here. It's kind of like dragon themed because we do have the new hero. I do want to show him off here. Where is my house? There it is, up there. So we scroll over here. Here he is. I got him right now at level 3. Right now, as of recording this, it's gonna be like way before from when you're actually watching it. But as of right now, they are having the event where he's maxed out for your town hall level. He starts at town hall 15, then goes on from there at max town hall 18. He's at like level 25. So for me, my max would be level 20 for a town hall 17. He is upgrading right now to level 4. But once that actually finishes, I'm gonna leave him alone for a little bit. And unfortunately, we won't be able to use him for this first attack. But luckily for you guys, this is all just a bunch of attacks in one video, so for the next day I'll be able to use them and you guys will be able to see gameplay of them. But anyway, just wanted to get that out there. I'm not going to discuss it too long. We're just going to go ahead and start the attack. We're going to be using basically the same army. I would be using the Dragon Duke, replacing someone. I'd say replacing the Queen, but at the same time I'm not sure because I could probably just replace the King, but I use your ground army, so he's kind of good for that. It's a little confusing. I'm gonna have to learn how to use them better and in what situations, but let's just go ahead and look at our opponent here. So we're on day 1 and we have a nice town hall 16 right here, and this should be pretty standard at this point, but let's go ahead and take a look at what we got to do. I think I've even seen this type of base layout before, and the only big threats are these single target infernos all around the base. Since I'm not going to be targeting them, my troops are going to be like getting melted constantly, so I have to try to make sure that not too many of them get melted. I will just have to see, but we're going to go ahead and attack. I don't know what actually I did before the last time I made one of these videos, but our RC is at level 47. We got 90 on the Queen, 91 on the King. I think that was normal, and then 72 on the Warden. So I am basically in the process of upgrading the rest of the heroes, and everything else is obviously the same. The only difference, actually, I want to talk about this, is that we can now donate to ourselves. I do have the Clan Castle Cake. I actually have a lot of crap with me, but there is a new thing to be able to basically donate to ourselves. So let's just go ahead and start the attack here. I think I didn't even discuss my plan. I'm gonna go from down here. I'm gonna move up to the Eagle with the RC, and then on this side I'll send in the Queen. I think the single target might not hit her. It might hit like a Frosty or something, but if I slow it down enough and send in everything afterwards, maybe even a wall breaker right there just to get them in, then everything might be okay. I'm not too worried about what's inside because I think we'll be able to handle that. But let's go ahead and just set this down here. I'm gonna hope that she actually does go towards what I need her to, so we're gonna put that there. There's not a lot here at the bottom that could get her, which is good, but once she destroys that, we'll just do this now. Okay, looks like there's balloons over there. The fox needs to get in. Perfect. And it looks like she's gonna go this way. Well, there's a frost hound thing. Okay, Invis there. Where's she gonna go to? Okay, let's just get them actually right now because they're ruining everything. Let's do that. Let's put the wall breaker now and send in everything right here. As they're back here, if they get frozen, they're not gonna like take too much damage. Let's make sure we set up a good funnel because the King will want to move away from it. So let's put this here. That is, she's gonna be getting the Queen. Okay, maybe we could take it out. Come on, take that out. Okay, she took it out. Okay, good. I'm gonna set this here. I'm gonna put this here actually, just in case. I'm gonna pop the King's ability, pop her ability, and the Warden. I am fumbling everything right now. Let's just do this here. Don't want too much of that. Let's freeze this. I'm kind of struggling here actually, which is kind of bizarre, but I think we're gonna be fine. Just our King and everyone is going down like kind of rapidly. I think we took a lot of damage at the start from all the other troops and everything. All our abilities are gone, but let's invis right here in the middle just to help them out a little bit. I'm going to send in everything else to kind of help. We got one more Root Rider coming in as reinforcement. I'm going to be distracting this single target. I don't think it's actually going to work. But okay. Queen is still alive. If they just get down here and finish off everything, then we should be good. RC is still going invis, so that's good. As long as she could just survive. I think we got this. We got a minute. All this stuff. That thing's distracted for a little bit. That thing is frozen over there. That's good. Our balloon doing some work. Barbarians for taking that out. That's pretty awesome. And we got the 3-star. So I kind of fumbled there a little bit. I need to get back into the hang of things, but just having everything in my CC and all the stuff that I need is very helpful. So I can show you guys right here. Well, okay, I actually can't show you guys. I'll show you guys later on for the next few days. Right now we can reinforce with the cake. I'm just going to do that. And that is our attack for day 1. Let me know what you guys thought. And let's move on to day 2. All right, we are now on to day 2. We are up against another Town Hall 16. But before we start, I do want to show that I have the dude right here, the Dragon Duke. He's all set up right now because of the event that's going on right now. He's basically maxed out for my Town Hall, which is level 20. And instead of replacing the king, I'm replacing the Archer Queen. It's a little odd, but number 1, this lets me upgrade her. And I also just want to see and learn how to use this guy a bit more because even though I don't have the giant arrow, he does have that ability with this like air thing, this flame blower thing. It's almost the same thing, but it's less distance, but a lot of damage. So we'll actually see how this goes during the attack. Let's go ahead and look at our opponent here. They got a full clan castle. They are Town Hall 16. Let us see what to do. All right, the good thing is that their Inferno Towers are set to multi, so our Dragon Duke is not going to get melted at all. He might get melted in this area since I'm thinking of sending him in this corner, the same way I would send the Queen. But possibly once he gets to this multi-archer tower, if he comes in from like this helper hut, then I could like blow this whole area down. It might not all go down. He'll still probably have to like damage it a bit, but it'll be like low health enough to where he just has to one-shot each thing. And then I'm thinking of sending the RC on this side. We have the Wizard Tower and the cannon to deal with, but that's pretty much it, because then she just goes into the Archer Tower here and the air defense, maybe even just to the monolith after that, which even if she doesn't go down to take out the Town Hall, that's honestly fine. All we need to really do is take out this monolith and then we should be good. There's a poison down here, but I'm sure that if we survive everything else, then I think we'll be fine, especially because we're able to finally donate to ourselves. So after I'm done with the attack, I'll actually show you guys what that looks like, but at this point you guys already know. So we're gonna just go ahead and attack here. The whole thing is still just using the RC with invis spells. I seen that you could do that with the Dragon Duke as well. Maybe I'll try that at some point, but my whole army thing right now is catered towards her. So we're just gonna start here, and I'm just gonna do that. Just don't want to get hit by that monolith. It goes down. I think, yeah, she's gonna perfectly go to the monolith next. Invis, I think. I don't know. I think we're good. We'll take that out. And then go invis. Yeah, there we go. Okay, she's gonna go down here. Maybe I can invis the expo. And then she'll go down to this thing. But will she go down to the Town Hall? That fox is gonna die. Well, the fox is dead. She went to the Town Hall, but I don't think she's gonna take it out. I don't want her to go down either. So I'm just gonna do this over here. He's gonna do his thing. I'm gonna try to keep him on screen for you guys to see. We're sending our famous army here. Let's send in that, him, and then her. Poison right here where this stuff is, because we do have ground troops. What I'm gonna do is actually just wait. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna freeze right here. Then I'm gonna warden, and then oh, I just used the Duke the wrong way. Oh my god. Okay, it's okay. Let's put this down. We still got a lot of our stuff here. Where is the king? King is down there. No, actually he's not. Oh, he's down here. Ah, okay. So what I'm going to do is actually just do this over all of this. Let everyone take out their stuff. Okay. I'll have that happen. I'm going to wait for all this to go through. I don't know if we're actually going to do it. We could very much fail. I'm going to put this here just in case. But we barely have anything down here. I'm going to put a rage over here. I guess. Oh, that Electro Dragon's still alive. That's the problem. I see. Let's pop the King's ability. Get him in there, I guess. I don't know what's gonna happen. They're still alive. The problem is that Electro Dragon. If we're not fast enough, then we will fail. But we do have a minute. We do have our own Dragon Duke anyway. So as long as he's good, then I think we're good. But that dragon. That needs to go down. So everyone's going after everything else. I think we're still going to 3-star, but we would have definitely failed because I didn't take out that thing. Now all the balloons are gone. So the Dragon Duke is set with his like passive where he gets enraged basically like a baby dragon and does way more damage. And he actually does fire breath now. So not a good showcase of him, but this whole video is going to be me using him no matter what. Even if it's Town Hall 18, I'm still going to use him because I want to showcase him a little bit in my own attacks. So that was almost a failure. I've kind of been down in the dumps a bit while playing this game. I'm trying to get back into it, but that's kind of why I've been kind of bad. But anyway, we were able to do it. Hopefully I'll be able to showcase the Dragon Duke a bit better later on. Let's go ahead, and now you can see we could donate to ourselves with gems. That could be a bit costly when you don't have a lot of gems, but my certain point right now, I have enough to kind of just sustain me. Plus at the same time, they give so many like clan castle cakes. Like we have the Dragonscape event. They're gonna give a lot of these, so I'm gonna be hoarding them half the time. But anyway, that was my attack for day 2. Let's move on to day 3. All right, we are now on to day 3. Let's go ahead and look at... Okay, I have several questions about this matchmaking. Let's just take a look at what we got here. What are they called? The Distillator? No, the Destructor. So we got a Town Hall 14 here with Town Hall 13 walls. But it looks like all their defenses and heroes are kind of towards that level. I think so anyway. And this base design is actually insane. This wall is going along every single like corner and side. So that's going to be interesting. I wonder, I could probably still funnel anyway, but it's going to be a lot harder. All right, but the main things are that they got the 2 single target in the middle. We also have the multi up there. Clan Castle's over here and it's got full troops. I guess the real question is how to go about this rather than if I'm gonna win. All right, well, since I want to avoid the Clan Castle in the beginning, I'm just gonna go ahead and start the attack pretty much down here, but up here next to this Archer Tower is where we're gonna start the RC thing, and then they're gonna go through, I don't know where they're gonna end up, probably at the scatter shot. Then we'll send everything else at the bottom here next to this wall. And then since I have the Dragon Duke, yesterday wasn't really a good showcase of his skills, so hopefully this time we could show him off a little bit better. I'm gonna put him next to this army camp here so he could take out this whole section up here, because he's going to be attracted to pretty much all this right here. And so if some of my troops want to follow in that direction, they won't be able to, since most of these buildings will be destroyed by then. And the good thing is that these single targets are not really in range of any of this outside area, so he should be fine. Let's go ahead and just start the attack here. Again, we have the Dragon Duke they're going to be using for the next couple days. I don't know how long his event is for, but I think maybe the final day of this CWL is not going to line up for actually having him for the rest of the time. So let's just start with this. We're going to do a lot of damage, but I still want to invis. I just want them to get in there normally. Okay, we're going about this pretty okay. I'm going to invis there. I think that was a bit early, but I think we're just gonna go. Yeah, we are gonna pretty much end up at the scatter shot. Okay, then she's not going for the queen actually. Let's can I do this? She's gonna go down and towards that. Yeah, she's gonna go down. Okay, let's just take her. I don't really need her to do anything else. Let's put him there. Then we could do all this over here. Balloons, this. In normal battles right now, we actually have baby dragons. This big issue here is that the king is going to want to go around the side, but there's actually walls conveniently blocking where he's going to be able to go. So this is going to be interesting. They're all going to go in through this side, so let's just do that. I'm going to wait for the Dragon Duke to face a better direction, and then I'll pop his ability. I'm just going to wait. Let's just do this right there, and then I'll have this in the corner. We're going to wait a little bit. Let's pop the ability, put this poison there. I forgot to put this there, so now we'll get more damage towards the middle. Let's invis the RC, take out that town hall. King is on the outside, so we're gonna wait for him to actually get stuck, like now. Activate his thing. That town hall is taken out. They took some damage, but they're fine. Let's just invis this and pop her ability and plop everything down at the very top. Pretty simple Town Hall 14 fight. I haven't really been around the landscape of Town Hall 14 that much. I think I mentioned this a long time ago, though. I don't really know what the whole method is. It's probably still an RC walk, but yeah, because at 15 is when you unlock the Dragon Duke, so I imagine the methods at Town Hall 13 are pretty much the same for 14, but either way, we were able to 3-star perfectly there. I am going to applaud the dude that attacked me, the first guy. He did manage to get 2 stars on me, which is pretty impressive. Most people don't even try to attack, but this is CWL, so it's a little bit different. But anyway, that was my attack for day 3. Let me know what you guys thought, and let's move on to day 4. All right, we are now on to day 4, and we have some beastly opponents here. Pretty much all the top 5 dudes are Town Hall 18. We got Town Hall 17, 2 16s, and it just goes down from there. This time we are not using the same army because we've seen time and time again it does not work against Town Hall 18s. So what we're going to be doing is this right here. So we're basically and essentially doing mass dragons. However, we're also going to be utilizing our RC. I do have a Mighty Morsel and Pancake thing, so it's boosting our troops spells, and we have the Mighty Morsel for the heroes and their equipment. So let's continue going through each one. So we don't have the queen, which is why I'm using the dragon instead. I'm going to go through all of that right now. I'm going to basically start off by doing the good old traditional additional RC walk. We have 8 invises. It's kind of a lot. I don't know if it's going to be too much because we do have the fox with her already, so we might not even need it. And honestly, I kind of wonder if we shouldn't even use the fox, but I think I want that like extra safety just in case, because even if the fox goes down, I still have plenty of invis to go through, and we should be pretty good nonetheless. I think as long as we do things perfectly, we should be fine. And actually this time we're going to be using rocket spears because I want to have like some distance first, then as she goes back down, then I can start using the invises and all that. Even if like, you know, she'll go invis, out of invis, I'll just keep track of her and the fox and we should be fine. Anyway, I don't want to talk about the RC the whole time. So we got the Dragon Duke as well. This time I'm actually equipping him with the Phoenix, mostly because around halfway through the battle, he does tend to go down, but he survives for most of it. But if we could just leverage a little bit more and let him do a little bit more damage, it could probably save us a lot of time and hassle. Then obviously we're going to be using the Warden. Let's set him to air mode so that he could fly across all the walls with the dragons. And for this one, we're going to be using Fireball and the Rage Gem, as well as Diggy, because I can't really think of any other pet to pair with him. I would do the Owl, but the Owl is actually upgrading right now, so I can't use him. So that's the best we're going to do. The Fireball will mostly just be more insurance as they're getting into the base and funneling through. If I see what target he has and it's a good target in the center, I will just pop the ability and he'll send that thing off. And of course, the Rage Gem is just a passive thing. Next is the Tried and True King. We're going to be using the boots and the ball as the same as always, as well as the Frosty Pet. Now this guy is mostly not even going to do much. He's going to be mostly support, especially with that spiky ball. If I need to put him somewhere down and then take out a big area, especially the wall, so that he could just get through himself, then that could be good. Obviously, you don't really want to use Earthquake Boots with an air army, but I think for this just once, you'll at least damage some like heroes and stuff and troops if there are any. So either way, I think he's fine on that. So that is the army. I have some invest spells, 2 revives in each thing, and 2 totem spells just in case. We're going to be using mainly the Flame Flinger, and I haven't even shown off the base. So let's go in. This whole plan is going to make much more sense as we're looking at this right now. So we're going to be dropping everything near the top up here, all the way from this elixir collector to this bomb tower. That's mainly going to focus around all the dragons. What we want to do is right next to the scatter shot, kind of like over here by the army camp, we're going to send in the Flame Flinger because I'm pretty sure the scatter shot can't actually reach it. It has a range of 10. I think they need to have a range of 11 to reach it. That's why mortars could hit Flame Flingers, which means hopefully the Flame Flinger will be able to take out the scatter shot, air defense, and the super wizard tower. We do have another one way down here, but we don't have to worry about that one just yet. There's no CC troops, so that is a plus. Then on the top side here is when we're going to utilize our RC. We're going to want to send her above where the attack range of this multi-gear tower is. We're going to pop the ability immediately. She's going to start rocket spearing all this area. She's going to go invis and out of invis a bunch of times on her own, but we just got to make sure that once she starts going down and getting hit, that we start dropping the invises on her. And the main thing I just want her to do is to take out pretty much this whole section, hopefully towards the fire spitters and mainly the revenge tower. That's what we mainly want. That way, once we send in the whole army, they won't have to deal with too much. They'll just have to get through the rest of the base, but everything else should be okay. There are a bunch of holes around, like there's one in here, over here where the bomb is, right here, up here, here. There's a bunch of holes everywhere. I don't know exactly where I want to send in some stuff to take advantage of that. Probably not at all. So we'll have to see what we end up doing. This is going to be a pretty crazy battle. I don't have pretty much anything in terms of like poison, which I probably should bring, but all the heroes I don't think are going to really matter. Like I think everything's going to get just burned anyway. They do have the long shot town hall thing, which is kind of bad, but I think it's fine. And once the Flame Flinger actually does go down, it's going to be dropping 6 rocket loons, a headhunter just in case, and an archer just because. And just in case we're about to win and we just need a few more buildings to not time fail, I did reduce by 1 dragon and added like 4 super barbarians since I had them left over from the previous army and I had already spent the dark elixir for them, so I might as well use them. Honestly, don't know if this is going to work. I have like all the right pieces, but it's all about just putting them together for this fight. And there's honestly a bunch of stuff that I could do differently, but I think it's going to be fine. My main thing is just contemplating whether I need the Invis Fox at all with the way I'm going about this, but I think I just will use them. We're gonna see how this goes. I don't know entirely. I've done the best I can to kind of optimize this for this type of town hall, but it's gonna be difficult. So I think I want to send in the Flame Flinger anyway, like first, and then the RC to just do her thing. So let me switch to the Flame Flinger here. I just gotta make sure it's outside of range, and it should just attack everything. I hope so anyway. So yeah, that shouldn't attack that. That should be fine. Let's do that. Do this up here. Do that. Let's just get ready here. We need to watch her. Watch her the whole way. That fox is just going for anything. Okay, that is kind of a problem, but it's okay. So Ashley's going through here. Does she go down now? Yeah, okay. Let's start doing this. We can go about her day. Let's do this. I think we're just gonna start invising her whenever. Keep doing that. This. Okay, she's going for those. That's good. Pop another one. Yeah, the fox is dead, but this is fine. Alright, and then what's she go for? Yeah, okay, she's going for those. Got it. Got it, got it, got it. What's she go for now? This over here. We can't bring her back, so what we're gonna do is start sending in everything. Do this. We're gonna put this guy up here. Send another one of those. And then, let's see. We're gonna wait for everything to go through. Flame Flinger is actually still going. That's all still going. We're gonna wait till this goes in. A little bit. So we're gonna do this right here with the totem. Let me see here. She's down. Let's bring her back. We're gonna want to do this. Then we're just gonna wait right about, let me see here. Pop the king's ability. Get a bunch of that down. Let's start putting some stuff down over here. Okay. Pop one of these again. Pop that. Let's do this. Get all of that down. Let's see if we could survive this a bit more. Just to get through everything. We still have our Dragon Duke. All our dragons down here. Our king is still alive. I think we're gonna do it. Holy crap, that actually worked. We just full on brute forced our way through. Our dragons are max level, by the way. Like, there's no level afterwards. Holy crap. That was fast. How long did that take? I was like in my own head that whole time. Holy crap, my teammates are gonna applaud me like crazy. So us, me, Sammy, and Happy, we had to deal with these. Happy was actually able to 3-star this Town Hall 18. They didn't have everything, but they have a lot of freaking high level stuff. And Happy was able to 3-star. Now what they used, I'm actually gonna show. They used basically what I did, but a little bit differently. They used dragons and a queen walk. I don't have my queen, so I couldn't do that. But I can't believe just the sheer power of our army. I even did it kind of wrong. I'm gonna be honest, I did it a little wrong. But the main thing is that I honestly kept looking at their base to specifically see what ways I could kind of exploit something. So that is why I think I was able to win. This is not an everything army. This is a this guy's base type of army. The Flame Flinger didn't even like send out the troops that it had inside. So we were most likely totally fine. Holy crap. All right, but at the same time, I don't know if we're gonna win because if this clan just starts attacking us a lot and just 3-starring everyone, we're most likely gonna lose this specific one for day 4, but we will see. But anyway, that was my attack for day 4. Let's move on to day 5. All right, we are now on to day 5. We can see that we actually won for day 4, so that's pretty cool. And for today, we have another Town Hall 16, so pretty chill again. This is a pretty high level looking base. We got the 2 poison spell towers just kind of laid out there, and then full CC troops. Not sure what could be in there, but it's probably not good. We got the all 3 single target infernos right down here. This is actually where we're going to start the attack down here. Well, the main attack, but obviously we're going to be sending in the RC probably down here because she could probably attract the spell tower. That way that could be used before we actually send in everyone else. Now for this attack, we're actually going back to our old army with just a few minor changes. Of course, we have the Dragon Duke instead of the Queen, but I actually ended up putting the Phoenix on him. I think I did that last time with the other dragon army, so not really too different there. Everyone else is pretty much the exact same. We do have the Mighty Morsel and Pancake thing still active since I wanted to save it for this one. We should be pretty good. I'm also probably going to use an Overgrowth either on the Town Hall for that whole section or to the side over here to try to get the Monolith along with the Wizard Tower, Air Defense up there, and maybe Multi, and not get all of it so that they could still go through and kind of up towards the Town Hall. But at the same time, maybe they could get everything else around the Town Hall, and then once the Overgrowth wears off, they all just kind of funnel into the Town Hall because that'll probably be the only remaining thing they have to take out. Either way, this may or may not work, but because of like our manpower here, we should be pretty good to go. Let's go ahead and start the attack here. All right, so we're going to be switching this to the launcher, and then we're going to be sending her directly in. So I think, yeah, we have the fox on her, thank goodness. Making sure. Do this. Doing it a little bit late, just so that she could be invised already. She's already taking damage. Okay. In other instances, I've learned that I could have the unicorn on the RC for some cases, like the previous army. That probably would have been a better option. But, you know, we're kind of just doing what we can. We'll do that. Should we go towards the middle? Actually going for that Inferno. That's actually pretty good. Should we go into this again? Will she go up? Either way, yep, she's gonna go up. Perfect. That's the last thing she should take out. Don't know if she'll be able to, but let's hope. Yep. Alright, and then that. We're gonna try to take her. I'm worried about this other thing, but let's just do this and this. And let's just send everything right now. Boom, boom, boom. We gotta try to be careful here. Because we got this problem. Oh, okay, let's do that. And then we're gonna wait a little bit. We're gonna let things do their thing. King is going around, but I think he might recombine, but probably not. Let's do this. Just as our plan is going, and then do this down here. King is going down, but that's actually fine. I don't really mind him doing all that. Get some of these going. CZ troops are out. Let's do that with the poison. Dragon's all the way out there, so that's fine. I'm gonna wait, obviously, for a little bit. I think our plan is pretty much working. We're doing so much damage everywhere else that we're pretty much A-okay. And then, as soon as that happens, I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna do this, because we're gonna get bombarded. I'm gonna pop the King's ability once he's on the Archer Tower. Boom. Get all that. Where's that dragon? Okay, Spitfire that way, I don't care. And then we're just gonna put everything else down to get all the cleanup done. We have no more stuff. And that should be an easy 3-star. Pretty good. I like those bases. I think the base was actually shaped weirdly now that I look at it, but we're gonna ignore that fact. So easy 3-star there, like I just said. 37 now. We're doing pretty good. I could actually open the war info, and I don't want to jinx it, but we might end up winning and actually ranking up finally. But it's definitely hard to say because we may encounter a few more harder clans to attack in the upcoming days, especially since we're not actually gonna have the Dragon Duke. Probably we will have him tomorrow, but not for day 7, unfortunately. So I'll have to try to adapt with that. I'll probably just start leveling him up while I use the queen again, because he actually is pretty fun. But anyway, that was my attack for day 5. Let me know what you guys thought, and let's move on to day 6. All right, we are now on to day 6. Looks like we were able to win during day 5, so that's really cool. We have ourselves a fellow Town Hall 17 right here, and I think, yeah, this one was the super easy looking one. So this one should be pretty easy. I'm basically gonna send the whole army through the southeast section over here, after of course sending in the RC over to this Archer Tower. Actually, I could send her right over here where this little square is. She'll go up and most likely take out the Fire Spitter and hopefully the Monolith. That'd be really nice. And since we actually have the Mighty Morsel still active, we could actually use the Dragon Duke for this attack, even though his event is pretty much over, and after the Mighty Morsel is done, I won't really be able to use him at max level anymore. So for tomorrow's attack, I should be going back to the Archer Queen, but at least we can use him one little bit. I'm gonna send him over here in the corner with a little bit of help of some like barbarians and stuff, just so that the king doesn't like go off to the edge anymore, because he keeps doing that a lot, and it's mostly my fault for kind of sending him in wrong. But you know, what are you gonna do? So let's just go ahead and start the attack. They don't have any CC troops. I already checked that. And strategy is going to just be whatever we have to do during the battle. I might even just do the thing where I overgrowth like the area around the town hall, because that seems to like be a really good strategy sometimes, just so that I don't have to deal with it. But let's put this down here. She's going to get this whole section. I'm actually going to invis right there. We can ignore that wizard tower. We're actually leveling up our wizard towers at the moment. She got hit by that. And then I'm going to have her do this. Get to that Fire Spitter immediately. Rage went off already, but it don't matter. Okay. Timing's a bit off for some reason. Let's go into this. Ooh, that was close. Good thing the Expo's still there. After the Expo, she'll go to the... Oh, actually, the thing is still alive. Okay. She'll go up there. Okay. That's the last thing we could use. Here, I'll just take her back right now. Send in them. Barbarian up there. Down here as well, just in case, right here. And let's send the whole rest of the stuff in. The balloons, them, this, Valkyries, Warden, and King. Everything is pretty much being destroyed right now. I'm going to send in her right next with the Dragon Duke. And then we're going to overgrowth basically the town hall area. Yep, all that up there. We're going to do that right there with the Rage. Put this thing down. Is the poison anywhere? Not yet, but I'm going to freeze that over there. I could just put... I'll just save it. Okay, Dragon Duke is over there. We're doing that. See how they're basically not having to deal with the town hall? They're not doing damage to it right now, but because they're taking out everything else, it's not much of a problem. So there it is. We're going to pop the Warden's ability. And where's the King? King's right there. Let's pop his ability. Get that all open and destroyed. Let's send in the rest of the stuff on the outside, because that's all we have left. We didn't even have to use the Dragon Duke's ability. I could just use it right now. So probably at some point when I'm able to use them better, He does start with 3 equipment, and one of them is the stun. And then the others are just the heart and the little flame blower thing that he's been using. But the way he's like designed, it's almost like you want to just flamethrower at the beginning to help funnel, but then you lose out on the health recovery, so it's a little hard to adjust for. But anyway, we got a 3-star right there for day 6. Yeah, day 6. And I think just most of the clans in this whole thing aren't really too active or that competitive, which we are a low level and then a low rank, but it is what it is. So that was my attack for day 6. Let me know what you guys thought, and let's move on to day 7. All right, we are now on to the final day of CWL, day 7, and we have another Hello Town Hall 17. I think this should be pretty simple, besides all the like max level heroes here, but they've never really been a problem too much. All we have to do is make sure we don't get too heavily damaged. The long range multi-gear is all the way down here, but I'm actually going to be starting from this upper area. I'm going to start with the RC up here, take out this ricochet, multi, and then the other multi, and then hopefully ending off on the air defense down there. That should get a nice chunk of area. Then we're going to move on over here. Since there's not a lot of like damaging defenses besides the scatter shot, if the queen does decide to go down there, she should be pretty fine going through, especially because she has Frosty. And then we're going to be proceeding to send in all the stuff down the middle here, going all the way down towards the town hall. There is a single target right here, a little sneaky one, but every other one is a multi, so that should be fine. We do have the invis and rage tower set up right here. What I'm probably going to end up doing, I've been trying this strat out just in regular attacks and ranked, kind of overgrowthing the town hall and the area around it. It does seem to kind of work because it allows me to just have everything survive and deal damage to everything else, and leaving the town hall as the last thing to destroy is honestly not too bad. But of course it also just depends on the type of layout that we're dealing with. Anyway, we're going to start our attack here. We got the queen ready, so we're going to see if it turns out to be okay with just her. So let's see, we're going to just start everything. We don't have the inferno dragons right now, so we're going to start off with just her up here. She should go down perfectly. Trying to get my timing right, or just a bit better with like the invises and stuff. It's kind of getting a little bit better, but it's still kind of the same. Invis right there. She'll go down a little bit. Yeah, okay, she's gonna be invis, I think. Okay, maybe not. Let's invis. We're just gonna have to use these now. All right, well, we did get that chunk off anyway, so we can pick her up right here. We're going to send in this here. It'll pop that invis just as a precautionary, and then all of this stuff. I'm gonna send in some of the things like around the sides actually, just so that the king doesn't get kind of distracted. And we're gonna help out over here. That thing didn't actually get destroyed all the way. Let's do this down here. Boom. And then a thing down here, a rage. Send in that. We're going to freeze over here. Make sure they don't die too much. We're gonna wait a little bit. Okay, actually the RC is actually fine, because I was gonna pop the ability, but I don't think we'll need to. Put some of that down there. Put some stuff on here. Once everything comes back, I'm gonna put a rage and I'm gonna pop the ability so that they live. And that side is all gone over here. This side's being worked on. Town hall's gonna be knocked out right now. Pop the king's ability to get the rest of the stuff out. That's a whole chunk pretty much ended already. Let's put a barbarian over here. Add some archers to help a little bit. Now we're just cleaning up right now. I'll put that there for fun. And yeah, that looked pretty good. So that strat is, honestly, I don't even know if that's what I should have been doing the whole time. Because if you remember, it was mostly not to overgrowth the town hall, it was to overgrowth just any defenses or areas that I wanted to like avoid them from going. I actually like that kind of method of just like disabling something that's obviously going to do a lot of damage. Like even the town hall 16 town hall does a lot of damage. But that was a pretty good 3-star in my opinion. Overall, this is kind of like, we got 16 hours left. They haven't actually attacked at all, so I wonder if they even will. But this whole CWL has been kind of chill. We're pretty much sitting at the top here, like full 40 stars higher than even the second place guy. So then other than that, we should be good to win. So I'm gonna go ahead and call this CWL a success, and that's basically gonna be it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought overall. If you enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like down below and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.